Hello and welcome to another edition of Designing Spaces, the show that's all about you and your space, your home and surroundings. I'm Debbie Marie.
And I'm David Jones. Today we get to look at one space you normally wouldn't think of as part of your home and your lifestyle.
You're talking about the car.
The car, you're absolutely right. We feel like we spend a lot of time in our cars, right? So why not treat it like your house? Maintain it properly, give it some style, something that fits who you are.
Interesting. But we'll also get out in the backyard. We want to keep it properly maintained, too, with all the yard activities slated for the summer. So we have a do-it-yourself project coming up to keep all things wood looking good.
And while we're outside, we get into the backyard bashes and those barbecues. And if outdoor entertaining is on your schedule, we have some helpful advice on the way.
So stick around and see it all right here on Designing Spaces.
All right, let's go from the space inside your car to the space around your house.
All right, you're talking about the yard.
Exactly. And out there in the yard, we often find items and structures made of wood. Now, they are subjected to the aging effects of the weather and do need maintenance, just like your car from time to time. If you guess this is a do-it-yourself project, well, then you guessed correctly.
Our man Rick Fulton is in Kansas with the story. Watch this.
The natural beauty of wood, inside the house and outside. Many homeowners appreciate the naturalness of wood when it's used in the yard. It could be a deck for social activities, or simple, old-fashioned picnic tables, gazebos, and garden lath structures. Even that utilitarian wooden fence not only gives you privacy and security, but they lend a warm feeling to the property they surround. However, wood outside is exposed to the elements and will soon show its age. Often that aged look is desirable, but there is a point where we must consider protecting it from the forces of nature. Well, today we're doing some do-it-yourself or wood protection. That's why I'm in this backyard complete with a wooden fence and a nice wooden deck. And I'll be joined by an expert on how to protect those outdoor wooden structures and still retain that natural beauty. Here with me today is Brian Hilton from Amtico, the manufacturers of TWP, Total Wood Preservative. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Rick. How you doing? Glad to be here.
Good. Thanks for joining us on Designing Spaces. Hey, you're the expert on the TWP product line. So before we get started, how about you tell us a little bit about TWP and then how we'll be using it today?
Sure. TWP is an exterior wood preservative that protects your deck. You can stain your wood fence, your log home, your deck, any kind of exterior wood products that you have. TWP will stain it, but it'll also preserve it.
Now, I noticed when you talk about the TWP product, you call it a preservative. Don't you really mean it's a wood protectant?
I get that question a lot. Most exterior stains are wood protectants, but our product is actually an EPA registered wood preservative. So besides staining your deck, we're actually going to preserve the wood and help the homeowner keep their investment for many years afterward.
So we're not just protecting it, we're actually preserving it.
Right. Why stain when you can preserve?
Sounds like a big bonus.
Yeah.
About how long will a complete treatment like that last?
On a fence or exterior log home, you're going to get 5 to 7 years on it. On a wood deck, you're going to get 1 to 3. And it's just because of wear and tear, people walking on the deck. The nice thing about our product on TWP is that it's not a film former, so if you were to get a scrape or wear the stairs down a little bit, you can come in there and feather it in without having to restrip and redo the whole deck. The other thing about TWP, as it gets older, it just gets lighter. So there's no more power washing, no more stripping. Just rinse the deck off and put another coat on. Very easy for the homeowner to keep the maintenance up on the deck, but also to keep the deck looking beautiful.
Well, to speed things up, we actually had the Designing Spaces remodeling team come in just a little early to prepare half of the deck and half of the fence for us. So let's take a look and see how far along they are. Okay?
Let's go take a look.
All right. Hey, they're doing a great job. It looks nice and even, guys.
And so what we got doing is the one contractor's putting the stain on, and the other guy's coming back and back brushing, make sure it gets all leveled out. And then you really need, the third guy here is making sure you get all the tops.
Yeah, I noticed he's going around and sealing all of those, yeah.
If you don't seal the tops, the moisture's going to get in. They're going to finish up this section, and they're going to come back and do another wet-on-wet coat right on top.
That's right, that second coat.
Spraying it, back brushing it, and touching the top.
So that'll take care of those spots.
Yeah, you've got spots here and here that the first coat didn't get in the second time, it'll fill that right up, and that fence will look great.
Okay,
So,
awesome. Hey, let's go take a look at that other section.
okay, let's go look at it.
All right. Okay, Brian, this is a good place to start. While the crew finishes up that other section of the fence, let's talk about this. This is the section they've already taken care of, and this is the untreated area. Why don't you talk us through our project and tell our viewers how to finish this out?
Well, the fence has already been power washed, and it's
Okay.
dry, so we're ready to stain.
All
Before you start staining, we need to put a couple items and a couple tools to make sure we get a good stain job.
All righty.
A good pair of gloves,
Sounds good.
a good stain brush, and I like these new stain pads that they
Why is
have out.
Why is that?
I like it because it's got a deep foam pad to it that helps hold the stain. And the other thing is it's built to work on a rough surface. You see the wood's a little rough, so it'll handle the rough surface and get the stain in the cracks and crevices so we
Okay.
get a good finish on there.
Okay. Well, looks like we finished up here. Why don't we take a look at the deck?
Let's go.
All right, sounds good. Let's say a homeowner has a deck that's been stained before. So what would you do in a situation like this?
The first thing you do is you got to make sure you get the old stain off. And so what we recommend is using a power washer and power wash the old stain off, let it dry, and you're ready to stain.
That's all I need to do.
That's it.
Okay. What kind of things am I trying to clean off the deck?
Well, the old stain, wax or grease, from a barbecue grill, a candle, even some mold and mildew.
Really? Okay. So then how will I know when it's time to stain the deck?
Just go out and take a glass of water and put some droplets on there. If the water soaks into the wood, it's ready to stain. If it beads up, you probably have to power wash again. Something's keeping the stain and the water from penetrating.
Just hit it again. Then.
Hit it again.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the deck. Now, they did a nice job on this. See, it's a nice, rich color. Take a look at that handrail.
Well, the team, they really put a nice job and a nice staining coat on there. This is going to last the homeowner a long time.
Because of the preservation in it.
Right.
Wow, that's great. Okay, one last question for you. Where can our viewers go to find the TWP products?
The best way for them is go to amtico.com, and they can put their zip code in, and they can find a local hardware store, paint store, or lumber yard that carries our product.
So it's all over the country.
Many places, yes.
All right, that's great then. Hey, thanks, Brian.
You're welcome.
And thanks for leading us toward a great solution for proper wood treatment and preservation.
TWP, Total Wood Preservative.
All right, thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, join us at designingspaces.tv, where you'll be able to pick up this whole portion of the show, and you'll see a link to the MTCO website. Thanks again, everybody. For Designing Spaces, I'm Rick Fulton. We'll see you around.
The time has really flown by today, but we don't have enough time to squeeze in even one more segment.
Not to worry. We've got more Designing Spaces coming at you soon. We even have a Kids Spaces on the way as well.
Looks like we're going to be busy.
We are, but that's fine. We have so much fun doing it. For now, it is goodbye until next time. I'm David Jones.
And I'm Debbie Marie. We'll see you later. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.